Welcome back. Many Canadians are still digesting the news that interest rates are going up again, but did they need to rise? It's a question many may be asking this weekend. First, though, let's take a listen to some of what the governor of the Bank of Canada had to say this week about what it's trying to achieve.
If we don't do enough now, we'll likely have to do even more later. But if we do too much, we risk making economic conditions unnecessarily painful for everybody. We've come a long way, and we don't want to squander the progress we've made. We need to stay the course to restore price stability for Canadians.
I had a chance to speak earlier with a mortgage broker, RASHA Ingratta'S. She's based in Windsor and helps us make sense of everything. Here's that conversation. In your business, you started getting a lot of phone calls, and we were talking earlier, you said there's kind of two groups of people who are maybe feeling particularly worried right now. Anybody who's up for renewal of their mortgage and people with a variable rate mortgage or a home equity line of credit. Can you talk to us about what some of those conversations have been like?
Yes, so we have been getting many calls, more of a panic style call where, what do I do? My mortgage comes up for renewal this year or even next year, and what are people expecting, and what do they need to get ready for, is the question that a lot of people are asking.
Yeah, and I know you kind of hear the sentiment, like how much more are we expected to take? You know, we are hearing conversations about people wondering, is it time to actually sell now?
So I wouldn't advise on people selling, because if you sell, think about it, where will you end up? You're going to have to purchase another home, or the other option would be renting. And so I wouldn't sell. I would look at your total mortgage debt situation and how you can, like I like to use the word zhuzh it up, like how you can organize it and make it better to suit your needs. It's all about knowing your numbers and knowing your contract and getting help with it, getting a professional person, a professional help to organize your debt situation, your overall debt situation.
Yes, for sure. And we are seeing, you know, the ripple effect of these interest rates and rising rent as well. So it's a very good question. Where are you going to go if you sell? I know you've seen it all over the 25 years. You've been through some tough spots, as we all have. And it is kind of a hard question to answer, because I know you don't have a crystal ball, but a lot of people may be thinking, you know, is this the end, or could we see more hikes? What are you thinking?
Yeah, so you're right, we don't have a crystal ball, but if you look at the history of something called CPI, the Consumer Price Index, and look at where these numbers were in the past 10 and 15 years. And if you look at the line, it actually was a flat line, or, you know, a little bit of an up and down for many, many years, since 2002 and 2004. And if you look at what happened during the pandemic, the CPI dipped. It actually went into a negative. The Bank of Canada likes the CPI to be hovering around 1 to 3%. And in order for Bank of Canada to stimulate the economy and make it better, they lowered interest rates drastically, okay? And by doing that, it helped people spend money. What happened in 2022 was the result of that. That 1 to 3% shot up to 8.1. And that was a 40-year high. Now, where are we at today with it? We're at 3.4. That is great news for me, and great news for people to hear. They're going to announce what that index is July 18th. I'm really praying that it starts with a 2. We know the tightening has not been very good for many Canadians. It's not great with these Bank of Canada increases, but it is helping ease inflation and bringing it down to where we want it to be.
Yeah. So that's the hope, but are you feeling optimistic?
You know, with everything that I'm hearing with clients and the phone calls that are coming in, I wish I could speak out to thousands of people at one time, But I do feel good that in 2024, like we're not far from interest rates coming back down. I really feel like in 2024, the beginning of it, or maybe a few months in, we're going to start seeing interest rates coming back down.
Yeah, we're getting closer. Well, thank you so much. We appreciate
Very
all
much.
the insight, Rasha. She's a mortgage broker joining us from Windsor.
Thank you for having me.